Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the next installment of the Great British Bake Off. So I am baking something and I wanted to show you what I'm baking today. This is from one of my favorite baking cookbooks ever. It's Mary Berry's Baking Bible. It's so good. This is like the perfect cookbook or baking book specifically for someone who's always like, oh, I can't bake, it's too hard, it's too precise, it's too technical, blah blah blah. Mary is the queen. She's the queen, and her recipes are really simple to follow, and you basically throw everything in a bowl and mix it. I mean, it's foolproof. So today we are doing an adapted version of her Lemon Drizzle Traybake. You can see that I've clearly made it several times because it is I mean, like, I had to peel the pages apart, so it's always nice. It's a couple of reasons that we're adapting it today. One is we don't really have lemons. I mean, we do, I'll show them to you now, but they're basically preserved. They're so wrinkly. Like, what? Like, I'm not gonna get any juice out of that. So no, we're not making a lemon drizzle cake. Instead, we're gonna make an orange drizzle cake. And the reason for this is because I'm too lazy to go and get lemons, but also, and you might hear it in my voice and you'll definitely hear me sniffing throughout this entire video, I'm sure. There we go. That wasn't timed, by the way. But I have a cold, and so I mean, like, I'm not exactly gonna get a really good dose of vitamin C from this cake. It is cake at the end of the day, but I think it was more that I had like oranges on the brain and vitamin C, and I was like, gotta get that dose of vitamin C and zinc and stuff. And then I was like, oh, I'll just make an orange Traybake instead. So that's what we're gonna do today. It's super easy. I'm gonna measure out all the ingredients and literally throw them into this bowl, mix it, and you too will see how easy it is to do a Mary Berry recipe. It's also going to be really embarrassing if I now mess it up after talking about how easy it is. Let's get into it. I'm heating my oven to 160 degrees Celsius. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Let's see. Mary doesn't know what it is in Fahrenheit either, so that's fine by me. If Mary doesn't know, I don't need to know. Okay, so first we're gonna start measuring out our ingredients. So we need 225 grams of butter. Oh, that is exactly, yes, I love when that happens. Okay, so this recipe calls for softened butter, and like most people, I never remember to take the butter out in advance, so it's like basically rock hard. Don't put it in the microwave to soften it because it's just gonna melt. Instead, get a measuring jug and fill it with boiling water. So you're gonna leave the boiling water in this measuring jug for like a minute or two just so that it heats up. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your butter on a plate, and then you're gonna empty the water out of the measuring jug and put the measuring jug on top of it. And so the steam is going to basically soften the butter without melting it like a crazy amount, and then you have softened butter. So don't reach for the microwave. It takes only slightly more time, and in the meantime you can measure out other ingredients. So I have 225 grams of sugar in here. I'm gonna put in 275 grams of self-raising flour. Then I'm going to get 2 level teaspoons of baking powder. 1 and 2. Another reason I'm not prepared for this is that I actually don't have enough eggs. I only have 3 eggs, I need 4. So another good tip is if you need to make a substitute for eggs, you can use a banana. So use this, like, quite a ripe banana, so I'm going to use half of that to substitute in for a large egg. So that's just an easy substitution, that will work pretty much the same. And then I'm going to put my butter. Always carry bowls, always. Put my butter on the plates, and then just put this over the butter, and that steamy environment is going to soften that butter so that it will be perfect for us in like 2-3 minutes. So I'm going to leave that there. In the meantime, I'm going to do my bananas and eggs. Okay, so I need 4 large eggs. As I said, don't have 4 large eggs, so I'm gonna do my 3 eggs that I do have. And then add in a half a banana. So that's 1, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, and then we're gonna get half a banana, approximately. And as you can see, so far I've done no mixing. It's literally just been me throwing things into the bowl. So half a banana in there as well. And next I need to put in my milk, 4 tablespoons of milk. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we're gonna finally grate 2 oranges. So I'm gonna do that now. So get the rind. Where are we at? Yes. The knife, ooh! The knife literally like slid through it. Softened butter, no microwave. So much easier. Okay, and that's gonna go into our bowl, which we still haven't mixed. We haven't done anything with it other than put ingredients into it. So 225 grams softened butter, 225 grams caster sugar, 275 grams self-raising flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 4 tablespoons of milk, 4 large eggs, except we have 3 and a half a banana, and then the finely grated zest of 2 oranges. So that's what's in there. It's literally all in one bowl, and we're going to mix now. Again, it's going to be loud, so I'll turn it down as much as possible. Okay, so I just did a quick mix there on the lowest setting, just because even with the lowest setting, like, you'll still get some flour thrown around the place, but it just means that everything's kind of incorporated. And now you can go in and scrape down your sides so that you can go onto a higher setting. One thing is always check the top of this here where the rind can collect. It kind of tends to grab on to this part. I have no idea why, but what I like to do is like basically clean these off, make sure you're getting all that batter into the bowl, and then I do a mix with the spatula just to make sure that we're not losing any of the rind, because that's a lot of the flavor in the batter. Okay, so we've got our batter. I've lined this square cake tin thingy. I've lined it really badly, to be honest. I don't know why, it's just like not sticking. But now I'm gonna pour in our mixture into our, what's the thing called? Baking tray thing, mixer. My brain isn't working today. Taken out all our mixture. It's now in here looking really good. So it's going to go in the oven at 160 for about 35 to 40 minutes. And while we're doing that, while that's baking, we'll make the crunchy topping. So let's pop it in the oven. Okay, so next up is the crunchy orangey topping. So in this is 175 grams of granulated sugar, and then we're going to juice the 2 oranges that we grated earlier. This one for some reason like just didn't want to grate, so whatever, but we're going to juice these and then put them in with the sugar, and it's going to create like this really nice zesty topping that goes over the cake while it's still a bit warm. So going to do that now. I don't want too many bits to get into this, so I'm going to use a little mini sieve when I'm putting the juice in with the sugar, which is probably going to spill everywhere, just FYI. So you can see here, it's like, I actually like that consistency. The sugar is going kind of gloopy, but still going to keep its crunch, and there's enough juice to like really run through. Okay. Let's take this bad boy out. Looks good. So I'm gonna leave it cool in the pan for like 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to take it out, put it on top of a tray, and put the crunchy topping on top. Okay, this has been cooling for like 15 minutes. You can't really see it, but in this tray I have a tray in here, and I'm going to put the cake on here so that when I put the liquid on, it will all catch and I won't have a giant mess. So let's just get this out. Beautiful. Okay, now comes the fun part, so I'm gonna show you. So we got our cake here, which is looking good, nice and spongy. And then we've got our orange and sugar mixture here, and it's still quite gloopy, but that's good because it gives it like the crunchy top. Is we're basically gonna pour our syrup over the top. Okay, so all the syrup is on. You can see under here like how much of it is running off. So that's why it's so important to have something to catch all the syrup. But it's getting like a nice shiny top, and it's going to dry and be like nice and crunchy and glazed and amazing. So basically I'm going to leave this cool now for probably half an hour or so, maybe a bit longer, before transferring it to something else and cutting it because it's still quite warm. So that is my adapted Mary Berry Lemon Drizzle Traybake recipe, except it's orange. Let me know if you try it out at home. I would love to know what you guys think of it, and if you do the lemon version or the orange version, whatever. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, or subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Nope. Sniff. My voice. Oh, stop sniffing. These graters are great. Oh, but it's, woo, we're gonna go with it. No, what am I doing?